South Africa is back to the dark ages, folks. The lights are going out and the familiar hum of generators is about to fill the air once more. It's a scene we've all grown too accustomed to, but hoped we'd left behind for good. Just kidding, but seriously, Eskom announced Stage 3 load shedding starting this weekend. This means rolling blackouts will be a part of our daily lives again, disrupting routines and forcing us to adapt once more. Yeah, you heard that right. After 10 months of blissful uninterrupted power, the dreaded load shedding is back. It's almost like a bad dream we can't wake up from, a recurring nightmare that haunts our evenings and disrupts our plans. Friday at 5 p.m., get ready to switch off those lights. Make sure your candles and flashlights are within reach, and don't forget to charge your devices beforehand. It's going to be a long night. This is a big deal because it's the first time in over 10 months we're dealing with this. We've had a good run, but it seems our luck has run out. The power grid is under strain and we're all going to feel the impact. Remember those dark days? Well, they're back, at least for now. It's a stark reminder of the challenges we face and the resilience we need to muster. The flicker of candlelight will once again become a common sight in our homes. It seems like every time we think we're out of the woods, Eskom pulls us right back in. Just when we start to feel a sense of normalcy, the rug is pulled out from under us. It's a frustrating cycle that tests our patience and our resolve. I swear, it's like they wait for us to get comfortable. Then, bam, load shedding. It's almost as if they have a sixth sense for when we're most relaxed and then decide to flip the switch. It's a cruel joke that never seems to get old. And the worst part? We all knew it was coming. The signs were there, the warnings were issued, but we hoped against hope that this time would be different. Yet here we are, bracing ourselves for another round of power cuts. It's like that friend who always says they'll pay you back, but you know deep down they won't. We keep hoping for a miracle, for a solution that will end this cycle once and for all. But until then, we prepare, we adapt, and we endure. So, why the sudden blackout? It's a question on everyone's mind as we sit in the dark, wondering what went wrong this time. Well, according to Eskom CEO Dan Marrakane, it's all about protecting the system. He claims that these blackouts are a necessary measure to prevent a total collapse of the electrical grid. Apparently, they need to replenish their emergency reserves. These reserves are crucial for maintaining stability, especially during peak demand times. You know, those reserves they should probably be maintaining regularly, yeah, those ones. It seems like a basic part of their job, right? Look, I'm not an electrical engineer, but this whole emergency reserves thing sounds a bit fishy to me. Shouldn't they have a better plan in place? It's like saying you need to rob a bank to replenish your savings account. It just doesn't make sense, does it? Something just doesn't add up. The explanations seem to be full of holes, leaving us with more questions than answers. But wait, there's more! Electricity Minister Kosiensho Ramokopa is calling this a perfect storm. And no, he's not talking about the George Clooney movie. Apparently, there have been some unplanned outages at Eskom's best-performing plants, Matimba and Lethabo. Now, I'm no meteorologist, but even I know that a perfect storm usually involves more than just two things going wrong. It's starting to feel like Eskom's definition of perfect is a little different from everyone else's. Section 4, Eskom's response. So, what's Eskom doing about this whole mess? Well, they're closely monitoring the situation. Oh, and they're also warning us that we might be in for Stage 4 load shedding over the weekend. You know, just in case Stage 3 wasn't bad enough. Look, I appreciate the heads up, Eskom, but closely monitoring doesn't exactly inspire confidence. It's like watching a toddler play with matches and saying you're keeping an eye on things. Section 5, the financial side. In this section, we delve into the financial intricacies that affect us all. From the rising costs of electricity to the profits being made by power companies, it's a complex web that impacts every household. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Eskom drops another bombshell. The news hits hard, especially for those already struggling to make ends meet. It's a bitter pill to swallow. They're increasing electricity tariffs by 12.7% from April 1st. This hike is not just a number, it translates to higher monthly bills for everyone. Families will have to tighten their belts even more. April Fools, right? Nope. This is real life. The timing couldn't be worse and the frustration is palpable. People are left wondering how they'll cope. But hey, at least Eskom is doing well financially, right? It's a cruel irony that while consumers are burdened, the company is thriving. They recently announced a half-year profit surge of 17.8 billion rand. This staggering figure raises questions about the fairness of the tariff increase. That's more than tenfold their previous profit. Such a dramatic increase in profits while consumers struggle is hard to justify. So while we're all sitting in the dark, Eskom is raking in the cash. Sounds about right. The disparity between the company's financial health and the public's financial strain is stark and troubling.